Juan Muhammad or Ra, peace, love, and light. This your boy TR Zuriel. Now I want y'all to check this article out real quick, right? The fruit that could kill you. Grapefruit and its juice can turn a number of common drugs into health hazards. Here, whether or not you shall keep it out of your diet. Filling up on grapefruit might help you drop a few pounds, but proceed with caution. It can be hazardous to your health. They're not saying that grapefruit is hazardous to your health. Turns out eating grapefruit can cause serious, even life-threatening side effects if you mix it with any of 43 drugs. So you trying to say that the grapefruit is the culprit and not them pissy drugs that they making? That's what I'm saying. Think of this consciousness, the consciousness level of the people of the pharmaceutical industry. They advise you not to eat grapefruit because it's going to be toxic to your medication. Let's see, many of the medication that you shouldn't even be on, but they never once said that the medication was toxic to your liver or to your body or anything like. But anyway, let me digress. Many of the meds that have been found to be dangerous are completely necessary for the treating important and common medical conditions, according to the study. For women, that could be birth control pills, some anti-anxiety drugs, and sleeping pills, according to whoever this guy is. Or he's a pharmacologist. Okay, that'll be why. He's a witch doctor. Okay, the culprit behind all this trouble, furan coumarins. This ingredient in grapefruit deactivates an enzyme in the stomach that breaks down drugs, which can cause the amount of the drug in your blood to go up. Because the drug isn't metabolized the way it should be normally be metabolized, you end up with a greater potential for toxicity. So, for example, if you're prescribed a specific dose of blood pressure, that dose alone is meant to keep your blood pressure in check. But if you take it along with grapefruit or grapefruit juice, you might get the equivalent of 3, 4, or even 10 times more pills, or 10 times the strength of it. And then they say this isn't the first time grapefruit has been busted as a health hazard. Why are they saying that the grapefruit is the health hazard when they don't take responsibility for the drugs that have to be metabolized in your liver that over long term is going to jack up your liver and your kidneys and everything else that's going on in your body? But they want to talk about the grapefruit real bad. Let's see. As new meds and new formulations make their way into your medicine cabinet, the number of drugs that you shouldn't take with grapefruit has grown from 17 to 43. To find out whether you need to keep grapefruit out of your diet, all you have to do is ask your doctor or pharmacist if the drugs you're taking would react badly with grapefruit. For a complete list of the 43 drugs that have bad side effects, click here. I'm going to click there. I'm just curious. All right. Where that list at? They ain't give me no list. All right. Well, there we go. See, they blaming grapefruit. Let me explain something since they were talking about the grapefruit interaction with the blood pressure medicine. Okay, I was on, what was I on? I was on metoprolol tartrate, HCTZ, hydrochlorothiazide, and Norvasc. And they definitely say don't take Norvasc with grapefruit. But let me tell you what happened. I stopped taking the high blood pressure medication. I spiked for a little bit. I cured the high blood pressure, or shall I say, I was cured of the high blood pressure by eating grapefruit. The one thing they said, don't mix with the drugs. If you stop taking their drugs and just eat some fruits, berries, and melons, and give it some time, you'll start detoxing. You got to detox this stuff out your body. Your body will get back to normal. But the one thing they say don't take with the medication. I stopped taking the medication. I didn't blame the grapefruit. I took the medication because I know the medication was messing up my, my organs. And the same thing they said not to take with the medication was the one thing that cured it. Imagine that. But they're trying to make it look like grapefruit bad and you need to change your diet because of the drugs that you prescribed. How about you change your diet and you come off of those drugs, so your body will never need them again in its life. That's asinine for them to say you got to change your diet because of these drugs. So you got a society in America that is nothing more than just pure drug addicts. It's no different than smoking weed, snorting cocaine, and shooting heroin. It's the same. It's the same. Because look at the epidemic they had with the painkillers, the hydrocodones and the morphines, all this stuff, they own that stuff. The fentanyl, now they got some that's way stronger than fentanyl. But they won't tell you there's nothing wrong with their drugs, and it's drugs. But they say you got to change your diet because we need people on drugs, because if y'all come off of drugs, we're not going to make this billions and billions of dollars a year, because people's bodies are addicted to their sorcery and to their witchcraft, their pharmakia, which means sorcery and witchcraft. If you look it up, if you had a Strong's, it's a Greek word, 5331. You know, it's witchcraft. You know, I'm just being real. It's black magic at its finest. So everybody out there walking around talking about you thinking you all highly favored, holy and highly favored. You a witch. You practicing witchcraft because you are submitting and partaking of the benefits of their sorcerers and of their witches and of their warlocks by taking your pharmaceutical medicine. And then you got the nerve to have leaders up there telling people that you need to take your medicine, So you're promoting drug use. You don't need drugs. All you need is a clean diet, fruits, berries, melons, get you some nuts every now and then. And nature's herbs, the real medicines that God gave to man were the herbs, which is the same thing that these companies like the pharmaceutical industry is against, and tell you not to take the herbs. We can't trust the herbs. But I ain't been seeing people dying of the herbs. They've been dying of the medicine. It ain't been no epidemic and no pandemic on the street of people overdosing on, say, Irish sea moss and burdock root. And folks been dying from painkillers, really. But they'll never take responsibility, and you still trust them. I'm just saying. I'm out of here.